Are you tired of copying emails into your task management system or your ClickUp? Are you trying to even create tasks directly from your inbox, or if you wish you had that function? Well, today we're going to walk you through that. We're going to go through how we can send emails directly to a task for clean communication. And then we'll go through how you can even create tasks automatically by sending emails to a ClickUp list. These are all native functions in ClickUp, and it's completely automated. So let's start with the first one, which is sending emails to a specific task in ClickUp. Now, managing the communication between one client just in your email inbox can be a pain, right? Like going through searching and things like that. I bet you just wish that everything would be just in one solid area. And so that's what we're going to walk through now. So here I'm in ClickUp. I have some spaces here, and I have a CRM space already created, and this is the clients list. In this client list, let's pretend that I myself am a client for this particular company. And now that I've added this client to our ClickUp, I want to make sure that all of our conversations are tracked, right? So what we're going to do is we're simply going to go into this task. We're going to click on the task settings here, and then we're going to go to send email to task. Now, this email address here, you're going to copy. This is unique to this task. If you refresh this, it's going to create a new one and your old one won't work anymore. So you just want to be careful with that. But you can go ahead and copy it. And I already have an email already ready. So I'm going to send it to my email. But I want to CC this particular email address so that I can start having this conversation stored within ClickUp as an example. You can attach images and things like that as well, and I'll add it in the attachments of the activity. I'm going to go ahead and hit send. And so now you can see that the email came directly into our ClickUp task within the activity. So the use cases are actually exponential for this, but really it's great to track conversations. It's really good to have everything live in one task for this particular client, especially if you have dozens of clients or hundreds of clients across the board. Having to manage that through your Gmail is just going to be a pain. Now, one quick tip that I would recommend is obviously you're going to have that email CC'd. What you can do is you can literally add that email address as a contact. So for example, in our Gmail, we can create a contact here and we can add that ClickUp email. So I would recommend naming it to something like ClickUp underscore client name. That way it's always CC'd and you can quickly look it up. And all you have to do is just paste in the email and hit save. And then now whenever you're composing a new email here, you just type in your client's name, and then even if it's a reply to them, you just CC that particular email. So I think it was called ClickUp client name. There you go. And you can even BCC this email if you don't want your client to see it. So whatever your preference is. And now whenever you send this email address, it's going to add the email information directly to the task itself. Now, let's say that you're in your email, right? And you want a more automated approach in terms of creating a task. So sending emails to a ClickUp list is a perfect way to do this. There are multiple use cases for this. A really good one that comes to my mind is something like client request or support tickets, or anything where you want the email to literally become a task. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a quick list. I'm just going to create it in my CRM space. Obviously, you want to be thoughtful where you create your lists and things like that. We're just showing you the feature and the function of the email to list feature. So let's go ahead and hit create new, and I'm just going to call this ticketing for now. All right, I'm going to hit create. Now I have my ticketing system here, and it's as simple as the previous feature that we just went through. So all we're doing is we're going into the list setting by clicking on the three dots, and then we're going to go to email to list. All right, we're going to copy this email address, and let's go ahead and instead, I'm going to go ahead and pretend that I'm the person who needs this request to be completed. So I'm just going to go ahead and type in that email address or paste it right in. And let me just, for the sake of this example, I'm just going to really quick make a screenshot of anything and just save it to my downloads. All right, and I'm going to attach an image now. And anything that gets attached will become an attachment in the task itself. So let's go ahead and hit send. And now let's go to our ticketing system. And it's pretty instantaneous. Again, this is automated. The task will now be created within our ticketing system list, and the task name will be the subject line. As you can see here, system down, error, spell error, where I didn't capitalize everything. You can see the description here. You can see the attachment as well. So you have access to all of this information now, which is very useful. And now you can start on your workflow. So we can even create like automations and things like that based on whenever the task gets created. There are so many different use cases here. Just a quick little warning though, right? So in a use case where it's like a one-way communication, there should be no reply that gets sent, because what's going to happen is that it can create additional tasks within your list. This is like a one-time send and it creates a task, right? So ClickUp doesn't thread replies intelligently yet. I'll reply to an existing email, and if that email address or the list email address is assigned to it or CC'd on it, then it'll duplicate or create the task over again. So that's the only caveat here. But apart from that, this is a really great function. You can even use this to track your own tasks or just create tasks directly from your email if clients send you like requests and you just have like a generic task tracking list as well. So whether you need to track client emails in one place or create tasks automatically from your inbox, these features in ClickUp will kind of change the game for you. They're very easy features to use. They're somewhat hidden. It's fully automated and they're very helpful. And the use cases here are endless. So if you found this helpful, please leave a comment below, like and subscribe. If you want to reach out to us at visually.org for any kind of questions, please feel free to do so. And we'll see you next time.